Moving to some breaking news, Britain is suspending golden visas in a bid to crack down on organized crime and money laundering. The Tier 1 visas, also known as golden visas, had come under criticism for providing easy route to super rich to launder the money. Well, the case in point here is Vijay Mallya's case, who fled India in 2016 and is based in UK now. Well, India is trying hard to extradite him back to India, but it hasn't happened so far. So golden visa scheme, well, that has been scrapped, suspended in fact, and that actually in a way used to provide visa to the people who are investing a lot in United Kingdom. Billions of ill-gotten wealth, well, that is something, reason for this. Britain said won't tolerate those who are abusing the laws, and Britain has suspended Tier 1 visas of golden visa rule. The heavy criticism was faced by Britain over this, especially in the case of Vijay Mallya, who fled India in 2016, and many other Indian fugitives are based in UK, including Vijay Mallya, while government is trying hard to bring him back to India, but that hasn't happened so far. In the light of such happenings and such things which are being used by billionaires, Britain suspended golden visa rule. London is a paradise for money launderers. That's a criticism they have always faced.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And we are joined by our London Bureau Chief, Mendy Clark, for more on this. A very good evening to you, Mendy. First of all, I would like to know from your side, what can you explain it a bit more for our viewers, and can you tell us more why have they suspended, why UK is suspending this golden visa, Tier 1 golden visa?
Yeah, so these are people who can invest a lot of money, millions, into the UK economy. But there's been a lot of questions about these wealthy individuals and where the money comes from. So there has been 1,000 applications last year alone. It largely comes from China. It also comes from Russia and the Middle East. But there has been some question about how this money has came to be, if it's linked through organized crime or criminal activity and the mafia. So if people can't explain where this wealth comes from, if it can't be properly audited, that's why this system is going to be put to one side, because they just didn't feel there was enough checks that they can verify the where this money comes from, that it was from a legitimate source. And they want to have more rigorous checks where they will be audited by a UK registered auditing firm, just to make sure that dirty money doesn't end up in London, because London has been long accused of having lots of people in London with many ill-gotten gains.
And Manny, can you throw some light on how UK is being used by money launderers? Well, case in point is many fugitives who have fled India. It was also heard earlier that Nirav Modi was staying in UK only. Vijay Mallya, well, government is trying hard to bring him back to India. Lalit Modi also is based out of UK. So how do you say that, UK is emerging as, or has already emerged as destination for money launderers?
Well, first of all, the UK property market is worth millions, so it's a very easy way to clean your money. Buy property, buy cash. It's still worth millions when you buy it, and most of the really expensive high-end property is owned by people, foreign nationals. That's already well known. The question is where that wealth come from. Some of it is legitimate, some of it is not. And if it is not, there is along this accusation that the private property, they're cleaning their money essentially in order to use it again. So it's really clamping down on those abuses that's currently in the system. Now, of course, the Vijay Mallya case, that's an interesting one to bring up, because the verdict is expected this Monday. Now, the UK, the Indian government is trying hard to bring him back, but we'll have to see what the judge decides, whether or not he will come back. And, of course, one of his properties in London, he is defaulted on, so the banks are trying to reclaim that back. So he's having a tough time of it at the moment. We'll have to see what the verdict comes out.
And it's also, again, because of the overall suspicion that the rich and oligarchs, they are using London as a place where they can park their ill-gotten wealth now. But why have they, come cracking on them now? isn't it a bit late? Because a lot of wealth has already found its way. The ill-gotten wealth has already found its way into UK already. So what will be done to take out that wealth that is black? We can call it black money in India, or maybe the non-tax paid wealth in other parts of the world.
Well, there's an order called the unexplained wealth order. So if for some reason people can buy millions or billions of pounds worth of items, but they don't have a legitimate source of that money, they put these unexplained wealth orders on individuals to find out exactly where that money comes from. And if they don't find a legitimate source, then they will take back property or whatever they have purchased. And the first order came down last month. It was the wife of a banker who's currently in jail, and he was accused of embezzlement. So there are these unexplained wealth orders that are trying to take back dirty money and ill-gotten gains, and we're seeing that planning to be used more and more often.